So anyway, what does that mean for me? That means that I have 3 miles of road walk until we can get to the trailhead. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's like extra 3 miles, so it's not too bad. And honestly, I need to kind of do a shakedown hike anyway, so it's a good sign. It's very apocalyptic out here. So here's what's going on right now. We're back on trail. I've passed one person just coming down the road walking, and I've seen some footprints kind of going up here, but honestly I'm thinking that I may see like 1 or 2 people the whole day up here. I don't know. I think it's going to be around 3 o'clock. In my experience around here, people start, like in regular times, people will start coming in at about, rolling in at about noon is when I start seeing people all the time. I mean, it's 9 o'clock right now. I left early this morning, had an hour or some road walk in, so basically I'm thinking maybe, yeah, around 3 o'clock for that. So this stuff here really gives you appreciation for what the trail crews do. So why would I say Burnt Lake is a good first time overnighter in Oregon? I would say, honestly, like when, you know, the trailhead's open for parking, it's a super easy hike. There's not a lot of elevation. There's water sources along the whole trail, so you don't have to be concerned about, you know, packing enough water and all that. You cross a stream, you know. Yeah, it's just, I think it's a great trail to kind of cut your teeth on to see if you like it, you know. You know, obviously, and then it ends up at a lake, so, you know, those things, again, you don't have to worry about water. It's not that long, there's not that much elevation, and you get a kick-ass view of Hood. I'm just sitting here right now. Plans have kind of changed a little bit. The lake is pretty much frozen still, solid. There's some pockets of free space where you could throw a line in, but there's not much, and haven't really been seeing much action there either. I ran into a guy here that basically, well, first of all, he stayed here last night in the snow. As I was eating lunch, I saw him across the lake, and his tent blew into the lake, and he had his nice camera in there that he just bought 2 months ago, and it's ruined. Wow, that sucks. And then I ran into a couple where one guy was had his thru hiking permit for the PCT, which obviously got canceled this year. So that was kind of interesting to chat with him, see what he kind of thought about things. It's about 2 o'clock right now, several hours until sundown. So gotta get creative, get a little creative, see what I can do, and I'll try to throw in a few more lines here, but not very confident in the fish right now. Got a little bit of change of plans. So because of how much there is of this, I'm actually gonna go camp a little bit lower. You can't have fires at Burnt Lake anyways, so I'm gonna camp a little bit lower, find a flat spot by a stream. There's a ton of them, so find a flat spot and then start a fire, gotta dry out my shoes. I'm actually drying my socks on my bag because of how much snow and water there is. So I'm actually walking barefoot right now because my dumb ass only brought one pair. So just a little update. Basically, I've been walking for a little bit, just trying to walk to see where I can get close stream access with fairly flat spot, but not right on top of the stream. So that's just kind of what I'm looking for right now. I think there's going to be some this next stretch of mile or so. One time, when Houston and I and a couple other buddies were backpacking, I actually burnt my boots by doing this exact same thing. So I have learned, do not get them too close, man. It seems to be drying them out right now. We're kind of here, hanging out. Picked this place. It's right next to a stream, but not like right down in it. And then it had some good drier wood laying around. So just kind of drying out my shoes and stuff from all the water crossings in the snow. Improvise, I guess. Wasn't quite sure where I wanted to camp, but this looked like a pretty good one. I'm actually not too far from the trailhead, but it's also a 3-mile walk from the trailhead because everything's shut down. So seen a few people up here. Guy and his daughter and son passed me going up to the lake. And I also figured out that I really enjoy hiking a lot during most of the day, and then camping when I'm extremely tired, depending on who I'm with. But like when I'm by myself, I kind of get in the zone when I'm hiking. If I sit around at camp for a while and don't have anything to do, like up there I would have, because I couldn't fish, so there's no open water. I feel like I'm in my head a lot. So that's one thing with like overnight camping by yourself. You're not anywhere near trail hardened, I don't think. Alright, so we're getting out of here. It's about 7 o'clock. Didn't sleep too bad for the first night out in 2020, but did hear some weird screeching in the middle of the night, like 4 times. That was really weird, but other than that, pretty calm. So good overnight alone. You know, one thing with the overnights is that you're gonna get lonely, and you need to kind of get through that, because it's really easy to go home. It's really easy to go home, and you'll convince yourself to do it. I've done it before. So yesterday was almost kind of one of those nights, but obviously stayed here and did all that. And you always got to think, like, how am I gonna feel if I go home? Because that feeling sucks. You're comfortable, but it fucking sucks. So you feel good when you stay there, face your fears, and get through it, you know? At least that's what I think. But so yeah, we'll see you for the next adventure.